Okay, wonderful. So I am here today with Kelly Scott. And Kelly, why don't you just kind of give us a little better understanding of where you come from, where you are now, how owning a business has helped you create the life that you wanted to have?
My name's Kelly Scott, and I live in Menlo Park, California, with my husband, Kevin, and my fur baby, Bodie. And it's definitely been a long journey to get to where I'm at now, with a lot of obstacles and course corrections and trying to figure out exactly what it is that I want to do. So I actually started my career in corporate America. I live out in the Bay Area, so in high tech. Basically started in startup, industry, because that's what I was told. Go to college. I always had a passion for fitness and nutrition and coaching and helping people, but I was told that that's something that you do on the side. That's not a career. You need to get an office job where you have the 401k and the benefits and all that. And so I did that for 10 years, and I was really unhappy. I found myself every day just kind of thinking, like, is this it? Is this all that I have to basically do this until I retire? Just questioning, what it is that I really wanted to do. And I always did group fitness and started to do personal training on the side. And I, really found that that was my calling. I also coached competitive cheerleading for 18 years. So I was always in some kind of a coaching or a trainer role. And, that's what I did on the side when I wasn't at my full-time job. So it was a long road to find out, to figure out exactly what it is that I wanted to do. And a lot of, just different jobs, different managers, and then just kind of the nail in the coffin after I had like my, fifth job in 1 year in startup, that like, this isn't what I wanted to do. It's the same thing, different day, different company, but just the same type of position that I was in that wasn't getting me excited. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't fulfilling my calling.
Yeah.
And and now I'm, a business owner and online entrepreneur. And I started Kelly Scott Fitness a few years ago. And it's just been an awesome transition of taking my passion for coaching and for training clients and teaching group fitness classes and figuring out how I can make my own business with that online.
That's awesome. And you were just telling me a second ago how you were transitioning to actually coaching people remotely right now. That was really interesting. Great way to go there.
Yep. Got to change with the times.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us, with regards to clarity, what helped you to get that clarity, or what helps you in general to get clarity of what you really want to do?
Clarity to kind of figure out that I wanted to transition into a fitness role from corporate America was just when I was actually in that role, when I was training clients, when I was on the floor doing group fitness classes, when I was coaching my cheerleaders, it was clear to me that that's where I was really happy. And that's what really gave me clarity that I do not want to work in an office. It wasn't for me. It's not to say that it's for anyone else, but it wasn't for me. Like, I didn't want to be behind a desk, being an executive assistant or doing the other roles that I was doing, because I just knew when I was there, like I said earlier, I didn't feel like I was doing my calling. I just would wake up unmotivated every day and just feel like I was living for the weekends. I was like, right. Just get through the 40-hour work week, get to 5 o'clock, counting down the hours, counting down the days till Saturday came. And that's what really gave me clarity to know, like, I needed to make a change, because I didn't want to live my whole life like that.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you're working with clients, how do you help them find clarity for themselves?
When I'm working with clients, as far as when it comes to, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but I've not only doing personal training, but group fitness, but I'm also now coaching clients through an online course that I've developed to help them go from being overcommitted feeling guilty to helping them regain control and take back their time so they can call the shots in their life. Because I realized when I was training clients and helping them in the group fitness setting or one-on-one setting, that it went above and beyond just fitness and nutrition. Mm-hmm. There was this missing link because they would get into a routine, but then they would fall off. Yeah. And it's like, what was stopping them from consistently living that healthy lifestyle? Because I never coached my clients to be on a diet or to, work out for a short term. It was all about changing your lifestyle and making it a part of your life. So what was missing when I'd have clients that were so consistent and then life would happen.
Yeah.
And they would just stop their self-care altogether. And talking to them and realizing that they needed a little bit more coaching when it came to like, how do I manage overwhelm? Mm-hmm. How do I let go of guilt, that guilt that some of my moms would feel when they're, taking an hour to themselves to work out. And so that really, I don't know if that was the answer to your question, but that's what really helped me see like the clarity with what they needed. It was it was above and beyond just helping them with getting healthy, losing weight. It was like that missing link so I could help my clients and sustain this for their life.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. No, that's right on track, with that question. And so power, let's think about that. And I'm sure you kind of run up against this, especially in working with your clients, is willpower. The power to continue on. And normally I talk about this in the sense of continuing on when your business isn't going well. But let's just talk about willpower as with regards to fitness, because it affects all of us as humans, the willpower to stay on track with what we've committed to do. Speak to us more about that.
I think it well, first of all, goes with just starting with your why. You hear that all the time. Like, one of my favorite books is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And he talks about like, why is it that you want to live healthy? Why is it that you don't want to be overweight? Mm-hmm. Why is it that you want to eat better? Like, what does it do for you as far as how you feel and how you perform throughout the day? So understanding your why and knowing why you're committing to living healthy and fit so you can have that power, mental clarity, all that goes with, living healthy and fit. It's not just how you feel, how you look, it's also your mindset. So having that, I always tell my clients that I work with, and then we do that in my online coaching course now, where it's like we start with, why is it that you are here? What is it that you want at the end of this program? And having that vision for where you want to go. And I think that's what really fuels your power. That fuels my power is, I have my vision board up over here so I can look at that every day and remember, okay, why is it that I'm doing this? Because we're not always going to feel like, doing our job, whatever that is, whatever type of role we have in life is going to hit us. You take us out off course, and you have to have that power to sustain it. And if you don't have that strong mindset behind it, it's going to be really hard. So personal development is huge for me when it comes to just constantly challenging myself, learning how I can be a better leader or mentor and coach to my clients and to my team is, constantly working on myself as well, because then that's going to help me be more powerful and then teach my clients and my team what I've learned so they can sustain that power to accomplish their goals and to stay on course. And if they fall off, it's okay. You get back on, you fail forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's wonderful. And a perfect way to say that. And so follow through with regards to, you've got the clarity, you've got the power. What structures do you put in place that help you to follow through, or help your clients to follow through with what they said they would do?
Well, accountability is a big piece to follow through. And I started incorporating more accountability into my coaching within the last, I would say, like 6 years. So when I was just the trainer on the floor at the gym or teaching a group fitness.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't shut the door. I don't want that on the recording.
The power of editing.
The power of editing. So we're going to wait for that to finish. And then it was the dog. Yeah, he always blames it on the dogs. Okay, do your thing and go.
That's funny because I actually
the dogs get pissed.
I heard, give me 1 second too, because I heard my door open. Let me just make sure my husband isn't here.
Okay.
Are you gonna lay down in here and be quiet? Okay, lay down, bud. Lay down. Lay down.
Okay, so
lay down. Come on, lay down. Good boy.
So we'll take through, I had just asked you about follow through. So we'll cut from that point. So if you can kind of remember where you were with that follow through. So right from the very beginning of when I asked you about follow through. So go.
So as far as follow through goes, one of the things that was missing when I was in my early stages of my career with coaching was accountability. I would train my clients with their fitness. I would teach a class, but I didn't have that accountability piece. So it was hard for me to follow through with them with their goals, because it was just, I would talk to them when I would see them, and most people I'd see once a week. So when I started to create my own brand and find ways that I can bring people into groups, accountability groups, being a part of online coaching programs where it was more of that, that group, whether it was the one-on-one accountability or having that group environment, because that is what really helped people follow through with their commitments, is just having that small accountability piece on a regular basis. So whether that's getting on one-on-one calls with them, or with some of my clients that I work with online with their health and fitness, it's getting them plugged into a community through the beauty of internet, right? The beauty of an app that I have where they can stay accountable, so then I can make sure that they're following through with their goals and what they've committed to at the beginning. And that's really been huge in helping me be even more successful with helping my clients when it comes to just sustaining that, like I mentioned at the beginning, that long-term healthy lifestyle, is having that follow through and accountability. And when you say follow through, like, to me, that's also I feel like accountability and follow through are like the same thing, because that's what I drive home so much with my clients, is it's not just a go and do this and then I'll see you in 6 months. It's like, I really want to make sure that they are following through, so then I can help keep them accountable. And then we could help course correct them if something comes up in life, and teach them how they can learn from that and then move on, and not let them completely, derail them off of their goals that they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. And so share with us today what your free gift for our listeners is.
Yeah, so basically what I've put together is, I just recently, and it's exciting because it's a newer course, I've put together, so I mentioned how I've been really helping my clients with their fitness and their nutrition for a long time, for almost 20 years. And that missing link was the mindset piece behind it, helping them, in other areas of their life that directly link into living that healthy lifestyle. So I have a 3-month coaching course that's called Own Your Choices. And what I've put together is a free strategy call with me. And it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour, where we work through some of the things that I talk about in the group to, number one, help them give more clarity on their vision, giving suggestions on how they can get control of their schedule, how they can say no more often so they can say yes to themselves. So just really working through some of those pieces. So the goal is, at the end of the call, is they have better clarity on the things that they need to work on. And I also give them some ideas on ways that they can manage their overwhelm. So, we can work through that together, because a lot of times it's talking through it and hearing from another person's perspective. So these calls have been very successful for people that that have committed to getting on, because I give them, after we talk and I send there's a questionnaire they fill out so I can learn more about them. Then I give them action items on what they can do. So then that way, hopefully, at the end of the call, they feel like, okay, I have like 2 or 3 pieces that I can really start implementing into my daily life, so I can start working towards feeling like I can own my choices and have control over my days and my time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Kelly. And everything that you said kind of lines up with our other speakers, which is really good. Again, when you hear that thread of this consistency of accountability, I've heard that now probably in 4 or 5 of the speakers. Accountability is such an important thing.
Absolutely. It is. I mean, it also makes it more fun. I mean, when you're accountable and you hear other people's wins and struggles, that you're not in it alone, and that you can learn from other people and really use that power of that connection. It definitely goes a long ways.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you have a great day today, Kelly, and thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.